So some news broke out of Philadelphia the other day saying that the Flyers actually traded one of their star players in Provorov to the Columbus Blue Jackets, and I think that it's finally time for the Flyers to enter a brand new rebuild, all things considered, with their roster. The big story from this, though, is that the Flyers are now shopping their young prodigy in Carter Hart. Now, Carter Hart has been the best goalie prospect since Carey Price, and I know I've talked about this a little bit, but this could actually be a game-changing move for a franchise like the Oilers or the Maple Leafs, who are currently in the playoff mix and just maybe a goalie shy away from being the most competitive team in the NHL playoffs. So today we're going to talk about Carter Hart, where he might land, where the Flyers should send him, and what direction the Flyers are actually heading in right now. So focusing on this first, the Flyers are kind of going through a full rebuild again, and I think it's super necessary. I don't think the franchise has bad players per se, but I just feel like the ownership group, the coach, the players, they're all on different pages, and I think it's important for this franchise to get back on the map. Philadelphia has such a rich history. I love watching them play hockey. I remember seeing them in all the rivalry nights. They were constantly a thorn in the side of the Bruins, the Penguins, and all the teams that I was so used to watching on TV. And now it just feels like they're not in the mix of anything anymore. And that's a little bit disappointing for a franchise that I used to watch so much as a kid. So now focusing a little bit on what they're doing with Hart, I think this is the right move. You don't have the players to surround him with on the defensive end, the offensive end, and it's making Hart struggle in his career. And that's not something you want to see for a goalie who has so much potential. So the Flyers potentially trading him to an organization like Edmonton or Toronto could be a big deal for them because they could acquire some necessary assets to rebuild in the future. And Carter Hart would then be able to compete for a cup the way that Philadelphia probably wants to see him actually do. So if Carter Hart heads to Edmonton, I actually think that franchise has a very good chance of reaching the finals and winning it all. Same thing with Toronto, because both of them are just a goalie away, but they would have to package a big thing, and I think both teams would be able to do it. So if you're a Philadelphia fan, let me know what you think about this. I know this is a little bit of a short conversation about the team, but I just felt like it was a necessary conversation to have. I love the Flyers, I love the organization, and I want to see them competing again. So make sure you like and comment your thoughts about the organization and where it's heading. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next one.